According to two sources, Intel has successfully resisted attempts to block the sale of hundreds of millions of dollars worth of chips to Huawei, allowing one of the world's largest chipmakers to continue supplying the heavily sanctioned Chinese telecoms company. U.S. President Joe Biden has faced pressure to revoke a license, initially granted by the Trump administration, permitting Intel to supply advanced central processors to Huawei for use in laptops. The effort to halt Intel's chip sales to Huawei was instigated by its competitor, Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, which argued for fairness in licensing permissions. Additionally, China hawks sought to curtail all sales to Huawei, contributing to the uncertainty surrounding technology trade with China. Intel's retention of its license highlights the inconsistent and unpredictable landscape for companies as the U.S. endeavors to restrict Beijing's access to American technology, particularly for entities like Huawei facing heavy sanctions. Despite AMD's efforts, Huawei has managed to maintain a modest but growing share of the global laptop market, while AMD lost out on significant sales to the Chinese company. Republican Senator Marco Rubio urged the Biden administration to promptly revoke Intel's license to sell to Huawei following reports of the company's continued sales. Rubio emphasized that American companies, especially those receiving government funding, should not support Huawei's innovation endeavors. Notably, neither Intel, Huawei, the Commerce Department, nor the White House provided comments on the matter, maintaining silence. AMD also refrained from commenting when approached for a response. The Chinese embassy in Washington criticized the restrictions on Huawei as economic coercion and urged the U.S. to avoid stretching national security concepts to suppress Chinese companies. Huawei's inclusion on the trade restriction list by the Trump administration in 2019 typically prohibits U.S. suppliers from conducting business with the company. However, in late 2020, the Commerce Department granted special permissions to certain U.S. suppliers, including Intel, to continue supplying specific items to Huawei. Despite applying for a license to sell similar chips to Huawei in early 2021, AMD did not receive a response to its application during the Biden administration. Let me know your thoughts and be sure to subscribe.